U.S. standard clothing sizes for women were originally developed from statistical data in the 1940s–1950s. At that time, they were similar in concept to the EN 13402 European clothing size standard, although individual manufacturers have always deviated from them, sometimes significantly. However, as a result of various cultural pressures, most notably vanity sizing, North American clothing sizes have drifted substantially away from this standard over time, and now have very little connection to it. Instead, they now follow the more loosely defined standards known as U.S. catalog sizes. Body measurements below are given in inches. History: men's standard sizes were probably developed first during the American Revolutionary War, and they were in regular use by the American Army during the War of 1812 for ready-made uniforms. These were based on the chest measurement, with other measurements being assumed to be either proportional or easily altered. As this was largely successful in men, the same approach was attempted in the early 20th century for women, using the bust as the sole measurement. However, this proved unsuccessful because women's bodies have far more variety in shape. The hourglass figure is frequently used as an industry standard, but only 8% of women have this body shape. A woman with an hourglass figure and a woman with an apple-shaped figure who have the same bust size will not have the same waist or hip sizes. This was a significant problem for mail-order companies, and several attempts at predictable, standard sizing were made. In the 1940s, the statisticians Ruth O'Brien and William Shelton received a Works Progress Administration grant to conduct the most ambitious effort to solve this problem. Their team measured almost 15,000 women across the U.S. After discovering the complex diversity of women's actual sizes, which produced 5 to 7 different body shapes, they proposed a 3-part sizing system. Each size would be the combination of a single number, representing an upper body measurement, plus an indicator for height and an indication for girth. The various combinations of height and girth resulted in 9 different sizes for each numerical upper body measurement, which was highly impractical for manufacturing. As a result, O'Brien and Shelton's work was rejected. In 1958, the National Bureau of Standards invented a new sizing system, based on the hourglass figure and using only the bust size to create an arbitrary standard of sizes ranging from 8 to 38, with an indication for height and lower body girth. The resulting commercial standard was not widely popular, and was declared voluntary in 1970 and withdrawn entirely in 1983. In 1995, ASTM International published its own voluntary standard, which has been revised since then. It has not been widely adopted. Women's sizes: women unregistered trademark S sizes are divided into various types, depending on height. These charts give an indication of size only and are by no means exact, as they vary from manufacturer to manufacturer, sometimes by a full inch up and down. Overview: there are multiple size types, designed to fit somewhat different body shapes. Variations include the height of the person's torso, whether the bust, waist, and hips are straighter or curvier, and whether the bust is higher or lower. These categories include Mrs. sizes, the most common size category. For women of about average height with an average bust height and an hourglass figure. Dress sizes may be given as girth at the bust in inches, but even-numbered sizes from 2 to 16 are more common. Categorical sizes range from XS to XL. Junior sizes, for short women with higher busts and fairly straight bodies. Junior sizes are commonly given as odd-numbered sizes from 1 to 15, which correspond to the next number up in Mrs. sizes. Women's sizes or plus sizes, for larger, curvier women of average height, sometimes with lower bust lines. Like Mrs. sizes, the sizes may be given as a dress size based on the bust measurement, but they are usually given as even-numbered sizes from 18 up. Categorical sizes usually range from 1x up. Mrs. Petite, for short women with average busts and more hourglass body shapes. Sizes follow the Mrs. standard and are marked with a P, as in 10P, Junior Petite, for very short women with average busts and fairly straight bodies. Size may be denoted as 5JP, or as 5P. Women's Petite, for larger, curvier, shorter women, sometimes with lower bust lines. Sizes are marked the same as women's with a P, as in 20P, young junior, for short women with high busts and fairly straight bodies. Tall sizes, for taller women, usually with a proportionately average bust height and an hourglass figure. Sizes are usually written with the corresponding Mrs. size and a T to indicate tall, as in 10T. Half sizes, for short women with lower busts and more hourglass body shapes. Sizes are written with AA 1/2, as in 10 or 1/2. Details, please compare to your favorite fit charts. These measurements conflict with many other size charts. These charts are significantly smaller than many current U.S. clothing companies. http www.landsendcompsizecharts/ RD equals true, http www.gapcompsizechartdo SID equals 2082, http www.beebconcussivjsp Page name equals size chart. Men sizes. Girl sizes. Boy sizes. Children sizes. Baby sizes. Conversion from catalog sizes. Companies who publish catalogs may provide the measurements for their sizes, which may vary even among different styles of the same type of garment. The sizes seen in catalogs generally have roughly the following measurements. With the average American woman's height at about 63.8 inches or approximately 5'4", both standard and catalog size ranges attempt to address a variety of weights/builds as well as providing for the shorter than average height woman with petite and half sizes. However, taller than average women may find their size height addressed by manufacturers less frequently, and may often find themselves facing issues of slightly too short pant legs and sleeve cuffs, as well as waist lengths. See also, clothing sizes, EN 13402, vanity sizing, petite size, references, Felsenthal, Julia. A size 2 is a size 2 is a size 8, why clothing sizes make no sense. Slate.com, Reader's Digest editors. New Complete Guide to Sewing. Reader's Digest. ISBN A978-0-7621-0420-8 provides a complete listing of the standard sizes. Anthropometric reference data for children and adults, United States, 2007 Euro 2010, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, October 2012 A.